Hello everyone, this is Ritu Saxena. Welcome once again in online teaching learning program, and we are going to complete today heat. And up till now we have completed what is heat and how and why heat is considered as energy. We have come to know about the effect of heat like physical physical change in state, change in temperature, and thermal expansion. And we came to know about chemical changes that heat can bring. We have studied different thermometers. We have studied convection, conduction, and radiation. That is transfer of heat, how heat transfer from one place to other. And there we have understood how the what is the difference between heat and temperature. And today we are going to complete this chapter. And in this chapter, all the transfer of heat, particularly in because we will be discussing wind. So convection current, just revise, try to recall what convection current is. So in convection current, it happens in liquid and gases, winds, that is. So we will be trying to complete this chapter today only. And let's see what is there in this chapter. And I hope that things will be clear today. And let's move to the next slide. It is easy to realize that there would always be an uneven heating of the earth. It is this uneven heating that results in global wind pattern. You know that you have studied in social science that earth is divided into two parts with this line. This is equator, and this is north pole, and this is south pole. And sun's energy falls directly at the equator. Equator is the warmest place. And you have understood that how convection current, it means there is more heating, there is the colder region, and this is the hotter region. So there develops the low pressure area. Low pressure, I'm unable to write because I don't, low pressure, fine. Low pressure means the heat, the air near this in the equator region has has become hot, and it has expanded, so it has moved up. It has moved up. Okay, so it means there it will be low pressure, there will be no less air, so the air from this region will move to this direction, air from this region. And it is looking like a perpendicular this, but actually the earth is in constant motion. Earth moves, so the direction is the air. You can see the diagram given in your book also, and things will be pretty clear. So global wind pattern happens because and same happens in this direction. The heat low pressure area, and the cold air moves from this side, and thus because of the uneven, because the heat of the sun is not reaching equally to the whole earth, whole spherical shape, because it is spherical shape, and one side we are having this night and day, so obviously there is uneven heating. That's why the wind pattern is, there is wind pattern. You will get to know more about in the geography section. So this is just the text that unequal heating of the Earth's surface also forms large global wind pattern in area near the equator. This is just what I have. It is the text, but don't worry about the text. You have you have come to know about the convection current, and in this the I this global globe, there is the wind is showing the convection current. Because the uneven heating, there is convection current, and that's why the wind has formed. At the poles, the cooler air sinks and moves back towards the equator, move back towards the equator. However, it is not this simple global wind do not move directly from north to, you will get to learn more about it, because the earth is in constant motion, so it is not perpendicular, it's slightly to the direction of west. This is simple to learn so that you can learn it by heart. Simple definition of wind system. Let's, and this is the diagram that is given in your book. Please see it carefully and you will get to know more, have a clear understanding about global wind pattern. Yeah, cyclone. You have must heard about Amphan cyclone and this Katrina cyclone, and there are cyclones that damages and damages brings lots of high wind and damages the property and nature in general. So cyclone, what is cyclone? A cyclone is a large scale air mass that rotates around a strong center of low atmosphere. This is low atmospheric. If there is low atmosphere, means what? Here all the wind will try to come. It all the, because this is low pressure area, so everything near it will try to come here and developing it into a huge wind. It rotates in circular direction, like the wind speed, wind direction, temperature and humidity, all of a place all contribute to the development of the atmospheric convection current. This is because of the convection current. We have discussed that what convection current is, because we are dealing with the wind, so it is gases, and there is the convection happens in gases and liquid things. So this the strong wind sometimes form a cloud and grows into a thunderstorm having speed of 80 to 150 kilometer per hour. You know, when you ride a bike at 60 kilometer, just try to ride at 50 kilometer, 40 kilometer. If you are traveling on the bike, I won't suggest you to uh, ride yourself. If you are sitting with your parents or father or anyone, so when it is of 40, the speed is 40 kilometer, you just feel the speed, and just imagine the thunderstorm speed is 80 to 150 kilometer per hour. Cyclone is a huge storm having strong spiraling winds going inwards and upwards, inwards and upwards at a speed of around 150 km per hour over warm ocean region. It essentially near the ocean regions. Cyclones rotate in anti-clockwise or clockwise. You know, you will get more understanding. You will in higher classes when you will study geography, that how why anti-clockwise in northern hemisphere and why clockwise in southern hemisphere direction. Around the center of the storm, I, that is I, this is I, this is I of the storm, center of the I, which is the calmest and low pressure region. The difference in the pressure determines the intensity of the cyclone and the strength of the winds. Once a mature cyclone forms, it can last up to week depending upon the atmospheric and oceanic conditions. When cyclones come on to the land, the accompanying heavy rain, strong winds and large waves can damage buildings, trees and vehicles. Let's come to the land and sea breeze. It is very clear that land, the breeze means wind, sober wind that is coming from the land, that is uh, coming from the sea. It is sea breeze, and which is going to the sea, that is land breeze. Let's understand it properly. So let's understand sea breeze and land breeze. What happens that during the daytime, you know, water has that one characteristic, it gets hot, it takes longer time to get heated up, whereas land heats up soon. What happens when the sun is there, when the sunshine is there, heat of the sun is reaching the earth, the land becomes hotter very quickly and the water is heating slowly until it becomes later night. The, okay, we will discuss in that land breeze. What happens, since air near the land become, land is hotter, so near the land the the air will be hotter. So hotter means you have learned about thermal expansion. What will happen? Thermal expansion, what will happen? It will warm up and it will expand and it will become lighter and moves up. Moves up, it means the here near the land there is low pressure area, there is less air. So what will happen? The air from the sea will try to cover that area very quickly. It happens very quickly, you cannot realize it. So it moves to that place, means the air is rising up, the low pressure, the expanded, the light air is rising up, and the air from the sea is moving, coming to this place to fill this area. So the direction of the wind is from ocean to the, from sea to the land. Now suppose you are sitting there, that I am standing on the land, and there is sea. You are in the sea and I am on the land. What will happen? I will feel the wind coming from this side. I will feel the wind during the daytime. I will feel the wind coming from your side, and from here, and this cycle rising, and this monsoon wind. This also, let's discuss one line about monsoon wind also, because the it is coming from the seaside. Sea has lots of water, and moisture is there, so it is bringing the moisture along, and when it is going up, it is forming the rain cloud. Again, cooler air sinks, and this cycle continues. Let's see the next slide. Look what happened here. The same thing. Now it is in reverse direction. Now sun has gone. The land has that characteristic that it gets hotter very soon and cooler very soon, until it is the land water is getting the sea water is getting cooled. The land is already cooled. Land becomes cooler earlier than the water, sea water. So what will happen? Now I am on the land, and suppose I am on the land and you are there, you are sitting on the you are in the sea. So what will happen? The land bridge, because now the land is cooler. So, and the land is cooler, so the air here is cooler. The air near the land is cooler, but the air near the ocean is, on the ocean surface, is warmer. What will happen? What will happen? It will rises up. Now the low pressure area will be near the sea surface. The air will blow from land to the sea. The air will blow from the land to the sea. It means I will feel the wind at my back when I am facing the sea. Fine. Let's see the next slides. It is all about land bridge and sea bridge. Yeah, this is a simple example, a simple way how the wind is blowing. This is cool breeze blowing towards the land, whereas warm wind, warm air flowing to this direction. Whereas during the night time, the sea is warmer, so air near is warmer, so it is blowing to the land side, and the cooler air is taking its place to the seaside, and this is land bridge. And this is the comparative studies, study of land bridge and day bridge. What happens in land bridge during the daytime, that is higher temperature and low pressure, whereas at the night time, low temperature, reverse, simply reverse, high pressure. In the sea bridge, what happens during the daytime, it is lower temperature, so the higher pressure. Here higher temperature, so low pressure. And bridge type, during the day, when the bridge is flowing from the sea to the land, that this is sea breeze, and when the breeze is flowing from the land to the sea, it is land breeze. So it's the direction of the bridge. And as the name suggests, the two bridges occur in coastal area or areas with adjacent large water bodies. Means there has to be water bodies, because it is land bridge or sea bridge. It is called sea, means it essentially happens near the large water bodies, because there must be difference between the pressure, the temperature. Then only sea breeze or land breeze can happen. There must be difference, and difference, when there will be difference, when there is something which gets hotter very soon or cooler very soon, then only there will be temperature difference. Now, this is a simple what we have studied. This is a simple text of what uh, this sea breeze and land breeze. Simple, just the text part. Don't worry about the text. If you have understood, you can write your own language. In the night, reverse happens. The land quickly loses its heat while the water retains its warmth. This means the air over the water is warmer, less dense, and begins to rise. Low pressure is created over the water. Cold and dense air over the land begins to move to the water surface to replace the warmer rising air. The cool breeze from the land is called the land breeze. This is simple. You may find it that the text is long, but don't worry about the text. You just try to clear the concept. Thank you. Uh, let's see that our chapter is complete, and we will get to we will be doing all the question answers shortly. And keep on revising, keep the concept clear, and if there is any confusion, I am there. Thank you.